Hello everyone. I hope you're having a good day and you're staying safe. I'm Sesa, Gill, a legal intern at LEXIS and Company, and today I'm going to be talking about economic torts. Economic torts are tortious influence actions designed to protect the trade and business. These include the doctrine of restraint of trade, and the principal torts are passing off, conspiracy, deceit, and conversion. So the first tort, economic tort that we're going to be talking about is passing off. Now passing off is a wrong, a common a common law tort which protects the goodwill of a trader from misrepresentation, misleading the public into believing falsely that the brand being projected was the same as a well-known brand um, is a wrong and is known as the tort of passing off. If a man if a man sells a man may not sell his good under the present that they are at the goods of another man. Um, Law aims to protect trade from the form of unfair competition. Legally classifying acts under this tort aims to protect the right of a tort that exists in goodwill. Goodwill is defined as the part of business value over and above the value of definitive business assets. So basically, it is an intangible asset. Some essentials of passing off are his goods were known to be public by some mark, a distinct name, appearance, get-up, or a badge. The defendant must have made a spoken or a written representation by the conduct of another and by words of mouth. The third is the use of the name by the defendants mislead the the product and made by believes that the goods by the defendant were of the plaintiff. The second economic tort that we're going to be talking about today is conspiracy. A civil conspiracy is an agreement between two or more parties to deprive a third party of the legal right, or deceive a third party to obtain an illegal object. Conspiracy also refers to a group of people who make an agreement to form a partnership with each member and the agent or the partner of every member and engage in planning or aiming to commit some act. It is not necessary that the it is not necessary that the conspirators must be involved in all the stages of planning or be aware of all the details. Any voluntary acceptance and some of the overt act by one conspirator is further of the plan that are the main elements necessary to prove a conspiracy. Now, the third type of economic tort that I'm going to be talking about is the tort of deceit. Now, this tort is a type of legal injury that occurs when a person intentionally and knowingly deprives another person into an act that damages them. Specifically, deceit requires that the tort makes a facial representation, knowing that second is knowing that is false and reckless or indifferent about its variety, intending that another person retaliates on it and who then acts on the retaliation on it and to the person that owns uh, the deceitment. The last economic tort that I'm going to be talking about today is conservation, which is an intentional tort consisting of taking with the intent of exercising over a cattle of ownership inconsistent with the real owner right of possession. In England and Wales, this tort of strict liability. It is a tort of strict liability and is equivalent in criminal law and includes theft, criminal convention. In these jurisdictions that recognize it, a criminal convention is less criminal than a theft. Some essentials of convention are that of extremely sorry about that. Let me continue with the elements of conversion. Conversion is a tort that exposes you to the liability for damage and a civil lawsuit. It applies when someone intentionally interferes with personal property belonging to another person. To make out a conservation claim, a plaintiff must establish four elements. First is that the plaintiff owns or has the right to possess the personal property in question of the time of the interference. Second is that the defendant intentionally interfered with the plaintiff's personal property. Third is that of the interference deprived the person, the plaintiff, of the possession or the use of a personal property in question. And the fourth is the interference caused by damages to the plaintiff. So with that, I would like to end this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.